Yeah, so we're in Oceanside right now. Got my boy Marcus here too, behind the camera. How you doing, man?
I'm chilling, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like just really happy to do an interview. This
Yeah.
is like my first one, you know, us doing our first video.
Yeah.
And it's been like really smooth so far.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's been like a week too since the video dropped. And
Yeah.
how have you been feeling about it? Like just seeing it out, first video. How does it feel?
It feels good to see myself because it's like I can't really see how I look in front of the camera. So to see the thing that you did to it, like you made me look like I was really videogenic. Like,
Yeah.
like props to homeboy Clint. Like his editing skills, like he can make anybody look good. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
that. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a week. So let's kind of like run down like the beginning process of like how'd you get into music, what made you want to start rapping, and then like that whole process.
So my homeboy Travis used to come over when I was a kid, and he ironically used Fruity Loops, and he made beats and recorded, and I was like, that looks really easy to do. Like I could do it on my computer. So then I started doing it too. I like had the crack version and everything at the time because I was like 12, and it just from there I just got better at it. I just loved it more and more the more I did it.
You said since you were 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a while.
Yeah, since June of 2012, so I passed my 10-year mark of making music.
Okay. So how does it feel different from like producing to like rapping? Like how is there it's obviously a big difference, but would you say you get a different perspective rapping now that you
That's a really good question. Like I noticed that because of that my like production has changed too. Like it's a little more simpler. I like more energy, and the thing that I like about being an artist is like just as an artist you have more control over everything, and you kind of I feel like I've always had like a perspective on control, but as a producer it's more limited, and as an artist now I feel like I have like I can determine my success more.
Yeah, and you can see both spectrums of it too. Being able to produce rap, like you could get the other side to it. So I'm sure it makes you a better producer also, being like known to rap. Yeah. It's like, okay, well I could rap like this, so now I know how to produce better, so then I can hop on the beat, whatever.
Yeah, that's
it sure helps out. So yeah. But we'll come back to that. I want to actually introduce my boy behind the camera right now. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Clint, I got so many questions for you, my man. How you feeling today?
Feeling good.
Happy Friday, baby. Happy Friday.
It's a good Friday. Pretty clear day, you know. I'm tired of the rain, so.
Yeah, about it. The sun is clear. That smile is clear. Talk to me, baby. You got it going on. My question for you, because I love what you asked. I love what you asked Indy as far as, you know, the transition from producer to rapper. We're seeing that a lot in the industry. But, you know, I wanted to know, just from someone being behind the lens and all of us knowing cohesively how important, you know, the visuals are when it comes to any type of genre of music. You know, what do you think are some of the most important roles or important parts of, you know, making an artist, making a production company that has, you know, a main act? What is your perspective on that?
Yeah.
Do you think it's the rapper? Do you think it's the producer? Or do you think, you know, it's an equal part of everyone? The videographer, the rapper, and the producer. What's your take?
Yeah, I think it's everything that comes together. I think, you know, the artist got to match the visuals. Visuals got to match the production. You know, you got to have everything's got to match together. I guess, like, from my perspective as like the one that's creating the visuals, it's like I look at myself like as the artist sometimes too. You know.
Wow.
Because it's like I'm trying
to.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to do it as like a videographer. I'm trying to do it like, okay, how would I want my videos to be if I was rapping, you know, or if I was an artist. So I try to take myself out of the perspective of videographer and I put it into like I'm like an artist, you know. So like that's how everything comes together pretty much.
Wow. So I would love to know, just from the both of y'all, because like I don't really have, you know, I don't have an artist and a videographer in front of me every day. What type of you know, go-to techniques do you have when it comes to curating, you know, something from start to finish? Is there techniques involved, or is it that pure artistry and love for what you do that makes, you know, something that it starts out as a conception into an actualization of a real project or tangible project?
You want to go first?
Yeah, take the lead and then I'll bounce off.
Okay. I'm trying to think, because there's a lot of different factors. I think it's all like creativity for me. I try not to be like too structured. It's a balance of both.
Wow.
I feel like, because I feel like if I'm too structured, then I lose that creativity. But if I'm too creative, then it's like I'm not as disciplined.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's a balance of both for sure.
Wow.
That's a really, really good point.
Yeah.
Like, considering the way that we shot the video, it's like he had like a couple spots in mind and some things already in mind. But then, like, throughout the day, we walk by things and we're like, oh, that's a good spot. Let's do it right there. Or, like, we just think of ideas on the way and stuff like that. Like, the scene on the rooftop, that was just off the dome. We were like, yo, let me climb up this thing. Let's get the drone up there and everything. Yeah. So just having fun with it, you know?
Yeah. Because I think you could stick to the script a lot. But if you do that, then you just close yourself off to other chances, too. Because we were just going off the day, like, how it felt. Like he said, we were just like, all right, we started on the beach and then we went to the pier. And then we were like, how do we feel? How is this going to come together? So it's like a little bit of both structure with like creativity, you know?
Absolutely. In terms of like, you know, working together, is there always like a leader that kind of, you know, spearheads the entire project, or is teamwork really pivotal when it comes to, you know, the song artist or recording artist bringing their song to, you know, the visual guy like yourself, and then you guys coming together to say, this is what we should think, or this is how we should have the idea of the song be? Or is it more so you take the lead and you're just like, man, I think from a fan perspective, this is what the fans would want to see?
I see what you're saying. So I actually came in with the mindset of like, all right, this man is like, what you call it, the subject matter expert. Kind of like how I feel as an engineer. I'm like, I would want the artist to let me take the lead because I know what I'm doing. So when I came to the scene, I was like, look, man, you know what you're doing. You know it's going to highlight your strengths. I want you to take the lead, and I might make suggestions here and there. But it's like I kind of want to lead to him so that way the quality is there and everything.
Yeah. No, I feel like I like appreciate that a lot. I respect that a lot. Cause
do you get that in every situation?
I think more as I've been doing it, people kind of learn to trust me a little bit better. I think when I was starting out, because I didn't really have a resume or like any videos before, so yeah. But I think as I do it more, people kind of learn to like trust me a little bit, you know, with my vision. I think I like having that creative control though when it comes to these videos, just because it allows me to like think outside the box and be different. And I feel like that's going to help the artist, because the more different I am, the more people are going to want to listen to his music and his songs, you know. So I think that's my job, is just think outside the box, be different, and then just translate that to the music.
Wow. So I would love to know, just from, you know, because we're dealing with artists right now, and these are questions I'm sure people would love to know from artists. When you get in this same type of situation where it's time to create, and we talked a little bit about how we move forward and how we get from start to finish. In every situation, are we trying to elevate from the last project we did, or are we just always trying to give a full body of work as, you know, as a sound and like subject matter type of expert videographer or recording artist in every new project we get into? Like, how are we moving forward mentally when we go into every new project?
Yeah.
So I was talking to Clint about this, and so we'll be previewing a new song today, but I was talking about like, yo, like we gotta do it bigger and better each time. Like we gotta come, like the video that he did for me inspired me to be like, oh, that's gonna change how I make music now, because now I know that I gotta be more lit for the visuals. So now moving forward, like it's gonna go stupider and stupider like every time.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, because like I never really had someone tell me that though, like oh, now that we did a video, I'm gonna change like my style up or make it crazier for the visuals. But
absolutely,
yeah, I feel like for me it's just like, as cliche as it sounds, like my best video is the next one. Like I try to just make it better than the one before, and then keep going from there.
Hold you to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
You have a favorite genre? I've never really asked you before, Clint. You got a favorite genre as far as hip hop goes? Do you like the more pop hip hop or punk hip hop, or what's your, you know, your flavor just as an individual fan?
Yeah. I've done both. So I've done like really slow songs where just a piano to the back, but wow. I think I prefer like kind of high energy, because it allows me to like expand on the visuals more, with like really high tempo, high energy. I like hip hop a lot, but I'm trying to get to the point too where I could make like whole like movies where it's just like slower too, you know. So I'm trying to do it all. So yeah.
So music videos is definitely not the end goal.
Yeah, I think
we're
this
always
is
trying
just,
to elevate.
Right. So yeah, I'm especially with the Double Tap Live, this business, this company, pretty much. I'm trying to expand it where it's music videos for Oceanside, but also it could be like short films, it could be merch, it could be whatever. It's just like a whole creative platform for like Oceanside. So that's my goal with it.
I really like how you want to put like Oceanside on the map, kind of like be like the dot connector almost. And it's, we were just talking about this before, it's like perfect because you're the visual guy, so it's like, what better way to put it on the map than to literally show it on film?
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you're doing it so perfectly, like just including the palm trees into the video, and just like, oh, like I recognize that's like a very memorable part of, you know, the beach that we're at and stuff like that.
And I have this conversation a lot. It's like a lot of people go to San Diego or LA for videos or to work, but I'm trying to make this the spot where people can go to, like right here, to do it, you know.
As we talking about the environment, starting with you, Indy, what are some things or notable things about Oceanside that really, you know, acted as you know, your starting points or your acts of inspiration to make this 3P or this 3-song EP you have?
Just kind of seeing that it's like more so than just the actual environment, it's the people outside. Like you can kind of feel the energy in the air. You see like how people are even outside at night. Like the city never really sleeps for real. And just the energy being by the beach, the palm trees, the sunlight, it's just a whole entire vibe. And I kind of like take from that just the whole aspect of like being outside. You get what I'm saying? And it's like people are turning up. So I kind of like took that and I'm like, what would they want to listen to right now? You know, like maybe even the club and stuff like that. That's kind of what inspired it.
What's one of your favorite songs that, you know, you would say are closely related to just the feel of Oceanside that's on this 3-song EP?
That's a good question.
All of them. He's like, all of them.
I think I would say Shadows, because it's like, I feel like it's the brightest out of the 3, and it's like the most inspirational. You know what I mean? Just the whole sound of it, just the key of it, the speed and everything.
Out of the artists you've been working with, Clint, you know, you've got the likes of Cam, 14K, and many more to name. What are some of the things that they're doing that you're starting to like, you know, especially with, you know, them being the forefront of the sound coming out of Oceanside?
Yeah, that's a good question. I definitely think their sound is just different in general, and I feel like just the energy behind like what they're trying to do is bigger than them, you know, like because we're all here from Oceanside, so I feel like everyone that I've been working with right now is like really trying to put Oceanside on the map. And it's all about like momentum. Like they're moving fast, you know, and everyone that I'm working with right now is like going fast and constantly getting better and booking shows in San Diego. You know, we're out here doing an interview on the beach, you know, like we're really trying, like we're really serious about it. So I feel like this whole platform is just like everyone's really trying to do it, and I feel like we're all gonna help each other out too. It's not just one person. So I feel like everyone together, like it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time, you know.
In terms of engagement, where are you seeing the highest engagement, just from a channel perspective, what you upload, what you're making for your artists, you know, what's some of the highest engagement you get, and what's some advice you can give to the people that's watching and on, like, when you make your first video, go for this type of sound because you're going to get your highest engagement?
Yeah. So I feel like the sound, that's just more of a person. So whoever's making the music, that's personal to them. But I feel like
from what you've seen, though.
From what I've seen, yeah. Man, I would just say just try to be different, you know, with the visuals or with your sound. Like that's the advice I would give for your first video. I feel like a lot of people kind of try to just look to what's already happening and then copy it. So I would just say go outside the box and just be as different as you can. Yeah.
Wow. What about you, Indy, from a producer standpoint?
So I want to bounce off what he's saying. So like, just being different outside the box. But to add on to that, it's like you can have your ideas in your mind and stuff like that. But if you become like so like stuck to that idea, like it needs to be like this, like you're not letting creativity do what it's supposed to do, and you know, you kind of like stifle like the energy and like the fluidity. I don't know if that's the word of like.
It's a word now.
Yeah, it is now. Of what you're trying to like go for, what you want to make. You know, if that makes sense.
No, yeah. I just be yourself. As cliche as that sounds, just be yourself. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people try to copy each other, which is not bad. Like, you know, you can look up to people, but create your own sound. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do videos on the beach during the day. You know, randomly. I don't know. Just be different. Do something different.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me that it's rare that people ask you to do videos in the daytime, and we had did that.
Yeah.
And it gave you more options on like, you know, what you can do with the sky. Just with the daylight, you can do more effects and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially where we live too. Like, just take advantage of everything. You know, like palm trees, the beach. You know, the pier. Like night's cool, but there's more options to edit during the day.
Yeah.
You could change the color of the sky if you want. You could, you know, there's just so much to do during the day. So I feel like, you know, daytime's a good time to do it.
So, speaking on that, so with the new single that I have coming out, I'm going to be dropping it next Friday. I'm going to shoot it to you, and then shoot a video for that. How much options do you have, like, shooting in the club? What can you do with that?
Shooting in the club?
Yeah.
Like if we were already in the club and...
Or, like, what would be your whole take on that, if that's even, like, a valid...
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely valid. I think the cool thing about the club is very, like, a lot of natural things going on in the club. Yeah. So you don't know what to expect. You can't really plan for it. There could be a fight that breaks out during the video. There could be, you know, people like running around, dancing. So I think that just natural energy is good for the club. That's why I like doing it. And the lights and everything. So yeah, is that something that you would be open to?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. This so I'm kind of transitioning my sound from kind of like the type of like street trap music type thing to more like melodic like party music and things like that. That's kind of where I'm gearing towards with this next little EP that I'm dropping.
I think club is definitely, it sounds different too, especially when you're performing in the club. It sounds way different, a lot of high energy.
Louder.
I feel like there needs to be like more club party type environments to like showcase music
for sure.
A lot of people
especially here in Oceanside.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're missing.
Yeah,
because you never really get a good grasp of like what's the true ear listening to. Everyone has everyone is so exclusive to their own groups. You never can get a really good grasp of like what's the streets really on, you know? What are people,
how do they accept it?
You know what I mean?
You know, which that, I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but I think live interaction, that's why and this whole thing, Double Tap Live, like we're trying to take the music away from social media,
talk about it
and bring it to life.
That's
like the whole goal with it, because I feel like we're moving to where everything's on social media now, but like whatever happened to just bumping your music live or just having parties or being here on the beach and
that takes away from taste. You don't even really know if you like it or not. You just like it because that person you liked it. So it's like where's the real, you know, acquiring of great tasteful music? And I think that's a great point, and that's why, you know, we feel like, myself and Indy and I, we feel like what you're doing is influential, and that's why we would love to be a part of, you know, your wave. No pun intended. The waves on the banner for Double Tap Live. But you know, I think that's what you said is a testament to, you know, what we're out here to do. We're out here to not only bring, you know, Oceanside to the forefront, but we're out here to bring back great tasteful music. Because at the end of the day, that's what brings everyone together, you know. We don't necessarily have to like what you like, or I don't have to like what Indy likes, but man, if it's tasteful, it would be like, dude, I don't like it, but man, it does sound good, bro. I don't think
you bring up a really good point. Like, something that I realized about music that sticks is it's really about the experience. Like what happened while you're listening to it. Like, oh, like this big booty girl was shaking her booty on me, you know what I mean? Like, it was like this twerk song, and I'm like, I don't even like
and then you like it now because of that happened.
But
if you listen to it at home, you don't like it, you know? That's crazy. But no, I think it's all about experience. So I think in person, it's contagious, the energy around and the experience that you have with people. And when you're playing your music and with other people, they just get a different experience. So I feel like more people need to bring that out.
For sure. From an entertainment perspective, big bro, if you don't mind, answering, who do you think has the game in the chokehold, bro, from a visual entertainment perspective? Because I saw you at Jack Harlow concert. So is it Jack Harlow you think right now is killing the game as far as aesthetics, sound?
There's a lot of people I could name, but yeah, like you said, it's aesthetic, sound. Man, there's a lot of people, but I feel like what they do a good job of is like we're talking about the experience of it, and that's how they stand out.
They give you that experience.
Yeah, because like at that concert, like, yeah, the music is good, but the whole production behind it is even better. So it makes it a fun experience,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you think that stands true, being an artist / producer?
Absolutely, and I wish I could answer that more, just because like I'm just so new at being an artist. So I'm so ready to dive into performing. Like I'm so ready to figure out like everything that it feels like to be an artist. Like everything's really moving the way it should be right now. So
absolutely. What's next as an artist? Are there different sounds you're trying to pick up? Or is it going to be, you really want to gain a great leverage and advantage working with, Clint, with what he does to make, your music stand out more from a visual perspective?
So I think Clint is going to be my go-to, like for sure. Like, so music moving forward, it's going to be more high energy. My lyrics are going to get better. Beats are going to get better. I'm going to start exploring more sounds. Like, I'm going to be a lab rat for sure. Like, I literally worked on this one song for a whole week and a half every single day. So I'm trying to put my best foot forward into just letting it be known that, hey, like, I'm here and I'm going to stay on your mind because of what it sounds like what I look like, just seeing how active I am and just seeing how hungry I am right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you believe it will happen too.
Absolutely.
You got to believe in yourself more than other people believe in you. So
absolutely. Yeah, because like if you don't like your own stuff, then it's like, why should they? Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, my in-house team is really strong right now. I got merch coming soon. I got logos coming for the INDI5HUNNIT logo. Like, see, I got the INDI5HUNNIT chain already, and this is
it's a little cold outside because of that.
He's stupid. He's stupid.
That's why I got this on. I'm trying to stay warm.
But like I'm supposed to get a new logo for this. I'm just trying to create like really like brand it out and just make it bigger than myself in a sense. Definitely tap into doing the shows and just really be outside more, because I feel like the more I'm outside, the more energy I can grab for that, and the better I can get at like what I do and give them more of what they want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Just to jump off that really quick, I'd say one advice I would give you is like, your name is a brand, so like okay. you gotta treat it as a business. So it's not just me, but INDI5HUNNIT is literally it's a brand, it's a company. So I feel like that's, if you look at it like that instead of I gotta do this because of me, it's like, no, I gotta take care of the company.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
So I feel like that should go. Everyone should kind of look at it like that. Like, you gotta put it out as a company. So you could feel like, I feel like I'm too egotistical, but it's like, no, like I'm just taking care of my company.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's actually a good pointer. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You being about 2 years strong, being a company owner, what are you starting to see some of the prevalent things that really carry a business, far into the future? Is it the work you do and the quality of your work, or is it just the brand awareness and the strong brand loyalty that you create amongst people who see your work?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I would say one thing that helps a lot is just kind of taking a lot of risk. That's pretty cliche too, but just picking up on every opportunity, just doing what feels right, and then just meeting people, because I feel like a lot of people could help you out. I would feel like Just expand as much as you can. Take every opportunity. A lot of people kind of think that they're bigger than they already are when they're starting out. So you got to be humble.
Talk about it. Which is not
it's not a bad thing to have that confidence, but you got to understand, like, you're still starting. So, like, even if you have to do things for free for a little bit, do it for free until you build all your customers, until you build that brand, that foundation. But like every great person, like, they did it for free first. So
you gotta put in the work.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, well said. I had a question, but it left me. I was really wanting to know, after we talked about just the brand awareness and how you kind of believe, you know, you're going to be going in the future. What's some of your upcoming things that maybe people can tune into when you get them posted on your channel?
Things that people can tune into?
That are upcoming.
Man. We got a lot of just new videos coming. Videos are getting better. The production's getting better. Man. Yeah, I'm trying to get more shows going on. Especially this summer, we have shows pretty much lined up.
So this summer's going to be a crazy summer.
Yeah. Booking clubs in San Diego like always, you know. Ooh. But I'm trying to get merch going. I don't know if I can talk about that yet because it's still
unreleased tracks.
But there's a lot coming up. I'm trying to just keep on working with people here and shows.
It sounds like you're a big fan of networking. Is it more so networking than manifestation, you think?
What do you mean by that? So,
talk about it. You gonna give us your secrets today, baby. You gotta give us your secrets today. You don't want to let them out, but you got to talk about it. So, what do you think has been some of the ingredients to your success? The networking that you've done, maybe meeting people and, you know, expanding in that direction. And this question goes to both of you. You can follow up after Indy. But is it networking more so, or just you really putting your mind to it, wrapping your mind around it, and making sure that, like, you're not letting that idea go until that idea is everything that you've thought about, that it actually has became in front of your eyes?
That's a good question.
Let's talk about it. We're gonna get your secrets today.
I know, right? I gotta watch with what I say.
Talk about it.
No, but I guess, like, the whole vision, I had it way before I even started it, so now it's just about putting it together. So, like, yeah, I would say, like, I already had an idea of what I kind of wanted to do, like you said, manifesting it. But yeah, the idea has been there. Now it's just about getting everyone else to see it, you know?
Wow. So manifestation over networking, huh?
Yeah, networking is definitely important, but I feel like networking is a part of that idea, that vision. Ooh. You know? But wow. I try to work with people that are only like.
This guy some poetry snaps. He's over here. He's a rapper now. Keep going.
But I'm not a rapper.
No,
yeah, networking is just as important. But I want to network with the people that are serious about it too. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. And what's your take, Indy?
Man, I don't even know how to follow up after that. Yeah, I really don't.
What's been your ingredients to success?
Retweet.
You know, you started all the way into Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, you know, that background story and how, you know, there's been things that you've kind of used to cultivate who you are, where you started with just Fruity Loops, a computer, and your fingers, to where you are now, making beats, producing beats, and now rapping on your own beats.
Yeah, I got something. So I think definitely work with what you got. So like I said earlier, like, I had cracked FL at the time. And it's like, you know, even though I didn't have any money, I figured out a way to still make beats. And, like, you know, even if I couldn't buy the plugins and stuff like that, I figured out how to flex the stock plugins and make it sound really good. And turns out 10 years later, I'm still using those stock plugins to make this, like, really high caliber sound. So it just goes to show it's about how you use it and not what you have. That's a really huge key, really big.
How to use it, yeah. Definitely.
Yep, that's huge.
Wow, how did it start for you? Did you always start out having a lot money, or you had to get it how you got it? Or you had to get it how you live?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. So I started at a radio station,
wow,
like close to Texas.
Started at the top.
You were Yeah.
What?
It was close to Texas. It was Las Cruces, New Mexico, but it's like 30 minutes away from Texas. But
we would have never known. So you're not originally from Cali?
no, I am. So I'm born and raised here, and then I went to school.
Full Sail University. You went to Full Sail?
Oh, no, not Full Sail. No.
Okay.
New Mexico State University.
Okay.
Yeah. So
was the interest of doing video started there?
I've always been interested in music. I feel like I've always like edited videos, like kind of just small little projects. But once I got out there, then I was like, okay, I gotta really put on for here, because I feel like at the radio station I was just meeting a bunch of people that did music, but there's so much more talent out here. So I just wanted to be that person to help everyone out and just be that platform.
Would you definitely say that's your personality type, being the glue? You're someone that can always bring, talent to resources?
Yeah, I would say so, because I'm just trying to build a team. So I feel like once I build that team, then we're all going to go up. We're all going to help each other out. So
see money.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Clint money.
It's just a matter of time.
What would you say about yourself and your personality style?
I'm definitely very much myself. Like, I kind of have like a quirky personality. Like, I'm never too cool to just be myself around a group of people that are like, it can be like a really mellow group and I'll still be like, hey, like, I'm here, I'm wild, you know what I mean? And
what side of your personality, and I don't mean to interrupt, but what side of your personality you think heavily contributes to, the music that you make, and then more specifically the 3-song EP that has just recently dropped?
I think
what part of yourself has it been?
Say again?
What part of yourself has it been that contributed to that 3-song EP?
I think just the outright confidence, just in the flows, that it's really simple. It's not much to it. What you see is what you get, but it's like it grabs your attention.
It's magnetic.
Yeah, I like that. What got your attention, Clint?
What?
Talk about it.
What got my attention?
What got your attention, Clint?
We're just here at the beach,
You just see everything, right?
There's a lot of fans walking around, a lot of pedestrians, some birds.
Put up 40 deep, in these streets like graffiti. Y'all don't wanna